My goodness, that does not look good.
Hello and welcome to vlog number 2. The last 2 weeks have gone by so quickly. After we kind of got like all of the furniture and just like garbage out of the house, our first job was to kind of see what we were working with. So we spent most of the last 2 weeks ripping out ceilings, checking out the kind of sketchy looking areas of the roof. We ripped up some of the floors to see what's under there. There weren't too many surprises. We actually started taking down some of the chimneys. The main thing is, I feel like we just kind of got this little peek into the future. We are gonna take tons of stuff out of there. Like the amount of brick and mortar, just like so much more than I thought.
Okay, maybe you remember this upstairs bathroom from our last tour. We found this little rotten area, so one of the first things we did was open it all the way up so we could really see what was going on.
So here was our first real surprise. There was a beam here that went down and it was totally rotten. And then this whole space here was full of bricks. And we wanted to open up this corner, see how bad the damage is. So yesterday we pulled down some of just like the gyprocking that was covering this area here, and all the brick, everything came down. Like a massive chunk of wall. So that was our first oh crap moment. But then it wasn't that bad because we can see actually this beam here that's totally rotted through. It's actually a short one, so it was mounted on the brick wall here and it ends up on a beam up here.
Right, so if we look over to the other side here, the rotten corner continues. It only goes to the upper beam, so it's really only like 1.5 meters long that we'll have to cut out. And right, when we look up, or even these side areas, the wood's healthy, everything's dry again. We probably lucked out here. And interestingly, it was actually insulated with clay and straw, all held in by little wooden strips. So naturally, we decided to open up all of the other corners of the roof and make sure there were no surprises. It was more work than I thought, getting off all of those kind of like, straw gyprock plates, taking out all the clay. Here you can kind of see how the clay is packed in there, all held in with these kind of wooden pegs. And one of the things we learned is that clay is great at absorbing and releasing moisture, so maybe that actually saved our roof. Anyway, there were no more surprises. This room was looking good. On the main room that's going to become our living room, we got it all cleared out, and it looks fine too. The next thing we tackled was the ceiling, which has also turning out to be an adventure.
Der Manu ist weg. Ich habe noch nicht gefunden.
Yeah, so there were a few late nights. We had some help getting the ceiling down. And seriously, just one of the messiest, nastiest jobs ever. Yeah, well, this looks fun and way more difficult to get those boards off than I expected. Three layers of crisscrossing boards, and this is the second to last here. And then in between the last layer of ceiling boards and the floor of the attic, there's about an 8 centimeter kind of deep area, and it's full of slag. Here you can see it pretty well, the crisscross boards, and yeah, there's like quite a bit of dirt and rock actually just packed into the ceiling as insulation, and it is a messy job getting it out of here. It was actually, So we decided to take a break from removing ceilings and decided to remove chimneys instead. We have 4 chimneys, one of which has already been removed from the roof, and between them there are 10 different channels. So this was actually kind of satisfying. The boys got to play with the power tools, which made them happy, and took us about 45 minutes to get this portion of the chimney and the kind of overflow tank from the old coal heaters out of here. And it probably took 2 or 3 times that long to get all the brick and dirt out of the attic. but still, job well done. Can't complain, we had lots of happy little helpers. So before we could keep taking the chimney out, we had to get an architect to check this. It turns out they'd already taken part of the chimney apart, and it appeared to be holding up a beam. Anyway, it was literally nonsense. It definitely wasn't weight bearing, and so we could take it all out. I'm sure there's a more professional way to do this, but the old radiators were so heavy that I ended up literally beating them into pieces so we could get them out of the house. It was actually such hard work. There were 11 of them. But anyway, anger management at its best. On to the next one. Anyway, we had so much help. Family and friends who sorted garbage, removed rubble, barbecued, and cut down trees. I was sad to see them go, but they were destroying our wall. So here's a quick little before and after for you.
Turns out it's possible to do quite a bit of destruction in 3 or 4 hours. So there's this one little wall has been removed. We've looked under this plastic flooring and are really happy because it seems like the wooden floor under here is in pretty decent shape. Okay, so we're standing in the future living room. And I forgot to let the camera run, but we've already removed quite a bit. There used to be a chimney in here, so that was quite a bit of effort to remove. And a lot of this is still going to come out. This whole doorway here is going to be removed. This wall is going to be removed up until the point where this beam sits on it. And actually all the way back here until almost the door of this bathroom is all going to be big, free, open space that will kind of connect to the stairway. So this whole thing should just be, continuous. And yeah, so this will be the living room, we hope, we think, right? We've got this window will probably become a balcony door, so it's already double wide. It'll just come down to this level. And here will be the kitchen. Of course, most of this wall is going to get removed here, and this will also be a big open living space. And yeah, we realized quickly it's pretty kind of fast and fun to bring down the walls, but oh my goodness, there's 30 centimeters of rubble some places here, so we're going to have some work to do removing it all. Okay, thanks for watching. Subscribe, give us a like if you want to follow along. Next week or next video, I think we'll take a break from the house and look at the property. So we have almost 2 acres, and on it there's several sheds, there's garages, there's an electrical transfer station, an old broken down bowling alley, and of course the ruin of the villa. So there's a few interesting things to peek at.